See the first right there? Yes.
Buongiorno e benvenute. System Open Series, Bologna, Italy. We're here getting underway with round one. We're joined by Mishary Al-Faris, 2017 System Open Series champion from the UK, from the Yavin System Open in Birmingham, playing off against Jack Mooney, highest. What would be the word? What's the word for it? Hang on a sec. He's the British player to be consistently placed highest at World Championship level. With Handjake. But this weekend he's changed his list. He's not playing Handjake. He's famous for playing Handjake, but not this weekend. This weekend Jack's playing the Lawful Fen. He's got Zeb Aurelius with the Phantom. He's not put Chopper on him. Fen Rao with Veteran Instincts, R3A2, Hotshot Co-Pilot, and Lawful Rebel with Sensor Jammer, Twin Laser Turret, Maul, Ezra Bridger, Ghost Title, and Engine Upgrade. Now, we've all seen this. We all know what this thing can do, so there's no real mystery there. What is a bit of a surprise is Mishary on the other side of the table. He won the 2017 System Open with Paratani. Paratani shortly afterwards got nerfed, and he's decided he wants to try and represent his past glories by playing a Paratani variant. He's got a Sarge with Atani Mindlink and Lats Razi, Fen Rao with Atani Mindlink, Auto Thrusters and Concord Dawn Protector, and a contracted Snout in place of Manaru, which is adaptability down to make him into a Bump Master with Intelligence Agent and the Rig Cargo Chute. So that's going to be an interesting situation against the Lawful Fen. So we're getting ready to get started with round one. They're placing their asteroids. And it's a lovely day here in Bologna. It's nice and sunny outside. It's something like 25 degrees. Okay, I'm getting a bit confused this weekend. I'm leaving my mobile all over the fucking place. Sorry for swearing. So, yeah, it's balmy 21 degrees outside, which compared to my hometown would be 19 degrees right now. So it's been a welcome change to travel to a tournament that's actually warmer than home. I'm in my shorts. Most people are in shorts here. So yeah, Jack's famous for playing the Handjake for the last 2-3 years, and after a disappointing performance in the Hanover System Open, he's elected to take the Lawful Fen variation to the Bologna System Open, hoping to have a little bit of an easier weekend for himself. And we'll see how he goes. One of the things I will comment on is that as I've been going around the room and speaking to people, I have been seeing a lot of Lawful Fens. So, or a lot of people have been telling me they're playing Lawful Fens. For example, we did a vote this morning to see who would go on out of the two previous System Open Series champions present today, Mishary or Sasha Glitch, who won the 2016 Naboo Open it was. In Copenhagen, 2016, he's playing Lawful Fen, and so if you, out of the two choices, if you didn't want to see Lawful Fen, you picked the right guy with Mishary. Mishary is also very well represented for the 186 Squadron, being one of their few exclusive honorary members that travel that are not from local to the Dark Sphere play space / store that they have. In South London, that's where it's strictly speaking South London, isn't it? It's in Waterloo, so it's like south of the river. And Jack being from the northwest of England.
Good luck, sir. Have your revenge.
So I'm just going to take a moment to have a quick wander around tables and have a quick look at lists to see what kind of interesting things are hanging around.
and I'm adapted in down. So
yeah, I imagine that was the.
It should all be. Yeah. So give this stack to another person. Split it up.
good.
Yeah, sure.
One forward.
Tanto noi non giochiamo, quindi facciamo la roba da noi facciamo la mena, ce li vediamo? Manciata, no, 70. The last table, table 3. It is actually table 1. We just got into a table.
I'll raise your one forward of a. Yeah, I'm going to tighten this dial up a bit. So.
I'm just going to go one forward and bump.
Sure, yeah.
And then I go 2 forward. Just stay where I am and focus.
Alright, gentlemen. You get personal, sir. Unless you want to do it. I'm Vince, by the way.
Yeah, stressful. I'm thinking, does he have the blind assist?
I think I'd rather give stress.
Of course. Good. What do you think? Rattling my saber there. Cool. Again?
Of what?
You good, you dandy.
Good.
Yeah, good, yeah.
Signing and working. There's a lot of drinking. You should see him as a British player. Plays Destiny. He's super. See in the He's super. Every game. Watching X-Wings there. The thing is, he makes mistakes.
Because when he has to draw my card, he just draw some card.
Okay, I'm back. I'm seeing a lot of lag here.
Hello.
I'm seeing a very laggy camera. Okay, well, we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. This is because we've got a very limited connection here, and so I would guess a lot of it's got to do with the push through. It's not dropping frames, it's telling me, but that's the whole point. It's not dropping frames because it's waiting until it's possible to send a frame before trying to drop it, and when it gets too long, that's when it drops. So yeah, thank you for joining us. I'll be joining the chat in just one moment. Yeah, of course not. Oh gosh. So just had a quick walk around. Yeah, to be honest, there's not much variation on the meta. Walking along each row of tables, there was a low full fen on pretty much every single table. There were also a lot of falcons, and Miranda was there. Miranda was definitely present. There's some variation on Scumless. We'll have to see how well they do as the day goes on. But yeah, so like I say, not many surprises here this weekend. If you are listening, as I say, I'm on my way into chat. But if you are listening, please do share the stream link. If I try and share it myself, it doesn't get propagated properly through Facebook or whatever. And also, I've not got the time because it takes too much effort. But if you guys are listening, please do share it to your groups, to your message groups, to your Facebook groups. Make sure everyone's aware, as that's the best way of getting the word out and making sure as many people coming realise that there is a system open being streamed this weekend. And now it's just a question of waiting to see how well Mishary can joust the low 4-foot rebel. This camera. Oh man. So a hit and a blank. Another. Oh, that was a focus. So with Ezra makes 3. Takes 2. Takes 1 damage.
And then I remove the stress at the end of them. So second tilting. I spend the focus.
Gets 3 hits.
So remove the stress.
Should I be rolling? Doesn't matter.
No, it's up to you.
How important is it to roll dice
Yeah.
when you know what the outcome is going to be? 1 hit and 1 blank. Spends the evade.
Yeah, you scout.
Contracted scout.
And the turn shooting.
Does nothing, and they go back to dials. Oh no, he's got the second. He's got the other. This thing ran out of power as well. We've got the other TLT. So it looks like there's a focus.
Ezra. 2.
1 and a crit.
Thank you.
There's 2 focus. Spends the focus. Saves that attack.
Last TLT.
The second TLT volley. Gets 3 hits. There goes the shit.
Remove stress.
So, first engagement.
Now the fun begins.
Leaves Mishary at a disadvantage as he doesn't manage to stick any damage on, whilst taking 3 damage from the low full fen. And this is what I was talking to Jack before we started, because obviously Jack is famous for being a Jack. What's it called?
So I've never used a style on the first movie. When I picked up, it changed.
I've gone completely blank. Jake Jake Farrell player, and he's chosen to play low full fen this weekend because he's not had much success so far this year. So he's gone for something that is assured to give him a much better performance rate. And he was talking about how, you know, it's not like low full fen isn't unbeatable. And it's like, no, of course not. Nothing's unbeatable, okay? But we're doing a disservice if we try and talk it down. Problems, and the main problem it has is its consistent damage output with the 2 modifiers of Moore and Ezra. Whereas compared to a Miranda with TLT, for example, if you saw the regional final that we had in Valencia, where 2 Mirandas had to fly around for 2 hours, plinking each other to death before going to a final salvo, you've got the difference there is that Miranda isn't modifying her TLT so much, whereas in this case it's consistent modifiers with Maul and Ezra and being able to remove the stress from Maul once it impacts. And that's what's basically pushing the low full Fen over the top in terms of performance output. It's guaranteed to be getting a good deal of damage through each turn. Like in this case, we've seen Mishary fired back with 2 dice from his contracted scout at range 3, didn't manage to do any damage to the low full Fen because he had an evade token, whereas the low full Fen has managed to do 3 damage onto the contracted scout in 1 turn, and that's pretty much what we're expecting every single turn, is that the low full Fen can output 4 damage, and it's up to Mishary to roll natural evades to be able to prevent that damage. That's where the real problem comes in with the low full Fen. Regardless of anything else, it's just the fact that it has such a stable baseline as far as damage output is concerned. You can try and get a low full Fen off the table, the low full Rebel off the table, but it's going to take you at least 2 to 3 turns to do it, depending on your list. But the absolute minimum, 3 turns to take a low full off the table. And during those 3 turns, he's going to be putting 4 damage onto one of your ships every single turn, unless you've got really good evade dice. Now, obviously, in Mishary's case, he's got the action efficiency of Atani to boost up his defense with focus tokens, but in this case, he wants that jump master to be a bump master. He wants to get him into the middle of the situation and try and clog up everything. But
don't hate on me if it slips during them.
But with the coordinate action from Fen Rao, that's not going to make too much of a difference for the low full Fen, unless he's able to get him blocked onto a rock, which, looking at the current positioning, isn't going to be a possibility. What he wanted to do is he wanted to get that contracted scout into a position that he could stop the low full Fen on a rock and just keep him there. Kind of daisy chain his ships up behind him so he can't do any straight maneuvers jumping over the bump master, and just keep bumping into him, keep him from moving, keep him on that rock, make it so he can't fire. But Jack's managed to find a clear path through those asteroids, and that's not going to be an option for now.
Hey, bank, go in. And I don't know.
I understand French, so I can still.
So yeah, once again, thank you for joining me. And like I say, we're at 107 viewers, which is very good for this time of day on round 1 of a tournament. But yeah, like I say, I can't really share out the link myself, as it doesn't really work too well doing it like that. So I do ask you all to just take a moment to share it to your groups, to your friends, make sure everyone's aware, so that everyone that is interested in watching some X-Wing this weekend knows where to go. As I don't think there are many this weekend. Most regionals are finished. There are no other system opens this weekend in the US. So I think I'm the only one this weekend, unless there's like some casual tournament, for example, Weekend Warlords or something, get something set up. And if not, I'm sure Weekend Warlords will be broadcasting me into their store this weekend. So hello to everybody back home in Blighty. Yeah, that camera's lagging a lot. I've not dropped any frames yet. We're running on a metered 4G connection here. So just to let you know, so we may have to cut the stream in between games or during, especially during lunch when there's nothing happening, which is a shame. But as I do like to keep it on so you can see what's going on, just in case it's, because the rounds, there's never really any assurance of when rounds are going to start. Rounds will start as soon as they're ready to start. And that can make it a bit difficult to really just sit there and tune in and tune out whenever you wish. So I do like to keep the stream on to give you the opportunity of something to watch and see how things are progressing throughout the day, and gives you a chance to see the atmosphere of the event. But like I say, with being a 4G metered connection this weekend, that's probably not going to be the best option for me to do. And looking at the lag, I'm probably going to be best off to give everything a rest anyway in between rounds.
I was too close, way closer than I thought. I'm just gonna focus. 5 forward.
Hello.
Hello.
So Jack, proper pimping it this weekend. He's decided he's going to play Lothal Fen. He's decided he's going to use challenge coins for shield token. He's got his World Championship templates and his World Championship target locks. And Mishary's got his System Open Series templates from winning the System Open Series 2017 in Yavin System Open in Birmingham. And that's why you're watching him today. I checked the attendees for this weekend, and I saw that there were only 2 people attending this weekend who had previously won a System Open, Mishary and Sasha Glitch. Sasha Glitch is currently playing on his own stream. That's right, there is another stream. There's the Unicorn team from Germany. They're streaming as well. Sasha Glitch has a little setup in the corner, and he's playing his game there. And he's playing Lothal Fen there as well. So let's keep that in mind. Okay, interesting. He's keeping a considerable distance from the Lothal Rebel with Fen Rao. So in this situation, is Mishary going to make a target of priority the Lothal Fen, which he's got at range 1 of Asajj? Target locks with the coordinate action.
Alright, so beginning of combat.
Okay, so that telegraphs something.
I don't think you're in Fen, that's why I didn't play.
I think I am in Fen, but if I choose him, I have to check him, and then I'm committed. So no, I'll do okay.
He's a couple.
Okay, so this guy's shots.
And it's like Bartosz Wojcicki's first game's already over. The System Open, the European Championship runner-up is here this weekend. He's another name I'm going to be hoping to get on later on.
So I'm going to shoot at the
Range 2.
One hit from Fen Rao on Asajj. Yeah.
yes,
Hot shot removes the focus token from Asajj.
So Fen shoots range 1 and 2.
Mishary's Fen Rao fires on Lothal Rebel, gets 1, 2, 3 and a focus. The sensor jammer changes one of the hits to a focus. So you've got 2 hits and 2 focuses and a blank from the 5 dice.
So I'll just spend my focus.
Getting 4. Lothal Rebel loses 4 shields.
So it's 3.
So only 3 because he spends the evade token. So I took off. Yep, 3. Clink, clink, clink. Go the challenge coins.
Yep, sir.
Asajj fires on the Lothal Rebel as well. 4 dice, range 1. Is he doing something to get extra die?
Yeah, you've not got the mods, have you?
Sorry, no.
Yeah, mods, yeah, sorry.
1, 2, 3 hits and a blank. Sensor jammers 1, gets 2.
And then Ghost.
So I have an extra, so
Your PS2 there.
oh yeah.
Slow connection.
So range 1.
So Lothal Rebel, range 1 onto Fen Rao, primary attack, 5 dice. Oof.
Target lock.
I can see, so there's 2 hits of focus, target locks, I have another 3. Gets another 2. 4 hits. Looks like my one might be a crit. Yeah, one's a crit. 3 evades, so it just takes the shield. Oh no, it's a crit.
Major hull breach.
Major hull breach. Starting the round after you receive this card, all damage cards dealt to you are dealt face up.
Then the scout goes.
Yes, go.
Range 1. Wow.
3 hits. Sensor jammers 1 from the scout.
Lucky.
1 on the damage card.
Sorry, remove that with because I hit you. More. When I hit you, I can remove shots.
But you didn't use more.
I don't need to. It's when attacking, if you remove shots, you move it. After performing an attack, when it hits, you move it.
Okay.
It's not. It's not.
So back to styles. Okay. I'm going to quickly ask organisation a question. So Mishary, the international man of mystery from Kuwait, Kuwaiti regional and national champion. They had, how many people did they have in their regional? I think they had 8 players in their regional. I think their national had 12. And we were talking about earlier, it's very difficult for them because the businesses there, or the shop in this case, doesn't open until the afternoon anyway. So they can't start the tournament until 5 o'clock, or nobody would show up because everybody's working or doing something else prior. And so it makes it quite difficult for them to squeeze in all the rounds that they have to play. That said, they're obviously very fortunate for such a small community to be able to get that level of organised play, to be able to have a national championship. Okay. So, yeah, what we're looking at here is that Mishary's going to have the problem, he's going to pass by the Lawful Fen on this turn. Maybe he's going to want to try and... No, I don't see it being possible to rock there. Yeah, it's a difficult one. He's going to move into the rear arc of the Lawful Fen. And maybe what he's going to try and do is try and bully up on Fen Rao and get him off the table, so that it's just the Lawful Fen flying around against the three of Mishary's chips.
40 minutes remaining around, 4-0.
Giving him the flexibility of positioning for the next volley of attacks.
Just an announcement about food. You can pre-order your sandwiches from the bar out at the reception. Or you can collect and have lunch during our lunch break, which will be after round 3. You're welcome to take food whenever you want to, but we'll be having an extended break after round 3, and they are accepting pre-orders on sandwiches. Thank you.
Pre-orders on sandwiches, eh? That's a clever idea. So we did the signals loop with the scout.
as well.
You got, before you show me anything, I just want to use the Intel agent.
Yeah, on.
Yes. One. Thank you.
Can you hold fen for me? Because
So Lawful Rebel 1 forward. Very close to Fen there, but I think he's just going to slide in alongside him.
Yeah, he's fine. Cool.
A difficult turn this one, yeah, for Mishary especially. But like I say, I think the idea is to try and bully up so that Asajj I'd expect to see turn in to the right. Yeah, 2 turn, and then move that firing arc. Didn't move the firing arc, so maybe he's anticipating a long maneuver from Fen Rao to bunny hop over Asajj. And indeed, Mishary's Fen Rao moves up 3 straight, probably going to barrel roll to kind of get into a situation that kind of separates, makes it more difficult for the Fen Rao to fit into that gap and pursue the ghost. Yellow Fen Rao. I have to start referring to the 2 Fen Raos by their colours. Major hull breach gets flipped down. Either way, of course you already know what the manoeuvre was from the Intel agent, so you didn't have to do the barrel roll. Either way, he's bumped against Asajj, so Asajj knew where to get into position. Knew she wasn't going to be able to fire on Fen Rao, so didn't have to change the firing arc position. The mobile arc. So that's pretty good, because that gives Fen Rao a pretty good shot on Fen Rao. Mishary's Fen Rao, a good shot on Fen Rao in the Shifapede.
Start shooting, you start first?
I do. Is it range 1 or is it range 2? I think it's range 2.
2.
So just out of range 1.
So shoot your Fen. Nothing.
Okay, so my Fen shoots at range 2.
I will. When I shoot, sorry.
Oh, do you have to declare it before?
Oh, shot.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, I'm thinking I'm saving ability for there, so because you haven't got mods anyway, so yeah, that's fine.
So just shooting?
Yeah, just shoot.
So 1 hit, 1 crit from Mishary's Fen Rao, 2 focus results on Jax, and gets a thrust control fire crit.
Yes, Sarge. So when Sarge becomes active, he uses ability, so he can't mod.
Okay. So does he take a stress?
No, that's his pilot ability.
Yeah, but he has to take a stress. It says if you're not stressed.
Oh, yeah. Shit, yes, I can't use
the stress. Okay.
Do I want to do that?
So that opportune thrust control fire deactivates
Stress.
I mean,
Fen Rao's.
if you're not stressed, right? Oops, sorry. No, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So you can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so just shooting range 2 here.
Oh, Jack. No.
Oh, wow. I'll spend the focus then.
Yeah, sure. Takes it on.
Okay. And then yes. Range 1.
Alright.
4 dice to me, not gonna do much.
9. I won't just go down to 8. Don't go down to 7. Okay. So half points for the local Fen already. And what? 1, 2, 3, 4 and a focus. Looks like maybe 3 a crit and a focus. No, that's obviously not a focus. Not a crit. So gets 4 and a crit with more than Ezra. Fen Rao rolls 1, 2, 3 evade to focus and a blank. So takes 2.
1 takes 4 and dead. Good job.
Huh? Yeah, 1, 2, 3 dead.
Range 3 for a rock.
1 dead fin round.
What damage or?
And a crit. 3 and a crit.
That is damage preference. Sorry.
And you got range 3 for a rock.
Yes. Oh, wow.
2 hits from the contracted scout on Fen Rao. Now there's only 1 Fen Rao, it's going to make my life easier. Takes damage.
Nice for you, man.
That's what I wanted to do last turn, in all fairness. Turn late. Dials.
I think giving you the stress was a bad idea, actually.
Remove the stress because I hit you.
So he's not doing the end of combat phase attack from the TLT.
Giving me the stress wasn't amazing.
I'm not sure if it's a May.
However, you can kill Fen this turn.
You may. Oh, okay.
I believe he just missed the trigger
It says I
for
may,
the
so-
low 4 rebels. Second attack, the end of combat phase attack. Am I right there, guys? Is there any other reason why he wouldn't have done it? Alright, okay. So that's why he rolled twice. But he's yeah, Jack missed his opportunity to fire with the twin laser turret. And that's gonna see, Jack's obviously frustrated because of Fen Rao not missing his trigger, not being able to get off Fen Rao's ability, thanks to that completely inopportune thrust control fire crit.
Oh, fuck. I forgot in the turn shooting. What? I forgot to TLT it then. End of turn shooting. My bad. Sorry.
Nothing happened, really.
I should have TLT'd that at the end, so I would have done 2 damage, potentially.
Go for it.
So when all said and done, 276 players have started play today.
So more Ezra.
Are they doing now the TLT attack?
1 damage.
I'll remove this to...
Okay, yeah, sure. And then next shot. Keep it 2. So it takes 1. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Because nothing happened, so...
Yeah, sure. Appreciate it.
And there was no difference anyway.
You got it.
Right? No, he lost the shield. Okay, he lost the shield from the side.
Sure. So I'll go...
So yeah, 200. So excellent show of sportsmanship from Mishary there. As nothing had really progressed since the trigger. He's perfectly happy to give Jack the opportunity to fire with the twin laser turret.
Target one. Then?
So Mishary, having lost Fen Rao in such a devastating hail of fire, that's kind of messed up his plan now. He's hoping to get rid of, on a standard damage scale, he'd have gotten rid of the Jack's Fen Rao, and giving him all 3 ships to try and focus on fire on the local rebel, but now he's lost that. He's down to his jump master and a Sarge. That's going to give him a little bit it's going to give him a lower damage output.
Can you tell me if I'm...
No, if it's... oh, you're not quite in there. Got it in now. Yeah.
Okay. And I will... Focus.
Players, this is your 30 minutes remaining.
combat, I'll assume that I see him as special.
Yeah, I assume you. Yeah, easy mate, easy.
Sure. So you shoot.
Yeah, I shoot.
So I said before, both these players have reached top 8 at World Championships. Jack is rocking the templates and target locks to prove it. Mishary's brought his System Open templates instead.
Remove your stress.
Sure.
And
I remove your focus.
No, please just put the stress back.
Yeah.
And I'll just spend my focus because I have to.
Yeah, sure.
Sarge shoots.
So Sarge firing on Fenrau would be
Range 1 on him.
Yep, range 1 Fenrau. 4 dice. Gets 1, 2. Wow, 1 hit, 2 crits and a focus. 1 and 2 crits. Gets 1 evade and a focus. Gets 2. So takes 1.
Stun pilot, so I'm going to be dead next to everybody.
Stun pilot.
Alright, so she shoots.
If I can kill the...
Stun pilot after you execute me if you are touching another ship or overlapping an obstacle token. Suffer 1 damage.
Yep, so range 3.
So shooting the scout?
Yeah, shoot scout. Focus for 3.
Just take it down.
Shoot again.
Lost the shield on the jump master.
More. And then Ezra.
Come on, nutties.
So it takes
No.
damage. Removes the stress.
Ah, I've messed up. I took off the heel instead of the
Scout
shield.
shoots.
Yep.
So Scout's down to half points as well now.
Shit. I need a miracle.
This game starts tipping in Jack's favour
Spend the target lock.
as Mishary just can't seem to take a ship off the board. 2 hits and a crit and 2 blanks.
Got some MOV.
Direct hit.
Wait, you get plenty of damage. Range TLT at end turn.
So here comes the end of combat phase. TLT shot. Volley number 1 gets
Ezra.
1 and Ezra gets 3 hits, so 1 more
Stress at the end.
on the
Second
contracted
TLT.
scout.
Ezra.
2 this time, evades 1, still takes the damage. So this damage race is tipping heavily in Jack's favour. I mean, well, the low-fall rebel's almost dead, and Fenrau can't really do much of the heavy lifting to take down a Sarge by himself. But Mishary's had a hard run of it. His dice have just not been cooperating. It's like when we saw Fenrau get taken off, it was a huge. The swing of damage was way too heavy on Mishary in Jack's favour. Now, if Jack is able to get the contracted scout off the board before losing the low-fall rebel, then he's got the 2, even though we're talking about 2 welterweights in Zeb Aurelius in the attack shuttle and Fenrau in the Sheafapede, wait, the Sheafapede's dead. My bad. I did not see that happen. Oh, because the damage cards that I was putting onto low-fall rebel went onto there. Oh, damn it. Okay, that's where the direct hit went. Okay, so that's corrected now. My bad. I wasn't paying attention. Well, no, I was paying attention, but I just didn't realise who he was shooting at. So, well, that makes a difference, I guess. But
Okay.
the low-fall rebel is pretty heavily stacked now. The contracted scout's going down this turn, and that leaves a Sarge versus low-fall rebel to do all the heavy lifting. A Sarge, at best, doing 3 damage. Well, 2 if low-fall rebel just turtles up with evade tokens every single turn, even unless Sarge gets into range once she's rolling 3 dice. So even in the best of days, the maximum damage she can do per turn is 2, whereas that low-fall rebel's going to put out 4 damage a turn, and it's up to a Sarge to try and block those. Evade, 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 evade. That's what's going to happen now. He's going to take down the contracted scout before it gets the opportunity to fire, because its adaptability down. given this situation, maybe, I mean, it really kind of looking on the face of it, adaptability in this situation you'd think wouldn't make any difference. But if he'd have adaptability'd up, let's see.
Take a target lock.
If he'd adaptability'd up, then he would have had the opportunity to have simultaneous fire against the low-fall rebel.
So that's
I guess he was worried about Zeb Aurelius once he came out. He wanted to make sure he could bump him as well. So 2 hits and a focus, sensor jammer.
Because since everyone else, you can only modify it with a focus.
Oh. Fine, I'll just keep it. So 1 down.
Evade.
He spends the evade. Oh, bollocks.
TLT here.
You do another one, please. Sorry.
So TLT number 1.
We'll do it at the next round, Rick.
What?
I'm probably going to maul here.
If you have stress, you can't use more.
Yeah, it's a good stress. Yeah, sure.
Evaded! Yeah,
Evaded 1.
yeah, lots of damage. Lots of damage. So I guess my
Contract the scout down to 1 hull point.
So scout shoots.
Am I getting evade?
So the scout managed to survive that.
Yes. Focus. Very productive.
1 to focus.
Fucking jump masters just doing all the damage. That's what I wanted to avoid.
Yes, another 2 on the low-fall
So
thing.
TLT.
Then your TLT mate.
Low-fall rebel.
Because I hit you, I remove the stress from
End
TLT.
of combat. TLT shot. Volley number 1.
End of turn.
1, 2 hits and a blank.
More.
Mauls 1. Gets a crit.
Lots of damage.
Yep. And then I remove the stress.
So the contractor. Why is that not updating? Get going. Contractor scout down. There we go. Leaving just low-fall rebel against the Sarge. Low-fall rebel, 6 hull points. Yeah, 6 hull points left. A Sarge on 6 hull points and 7 hull points and a shield. It's an uphill struggle for a Sarge, I feel, because that low-fall rebel is just going to evade every single turn, and a Sarge at best rolling 3 die, 4 dice if she gets into range 1. And really, I'm not really sure where she's going to go right now, because she's getting dangerously close to the board edge.
Forgot about sensor jammer last turn.
I think this is in your favour, to be honest. 6 health versus 8 health. Yeah, probably.
But 6 health versus 8 health with Jack isn't a big deal. It's all about the dice, and you're rolling more dice than he's rolling. And is he going to fit?
2.
Wow, nice. Oh, it bumps.
Sure. So I'm doing a 3 hard turn.
A Sarge free hard turn.
This might block here, but I don't think it does.
She's getting into a... Oh,
Oh, no, it does.
she's got blocked. So they block each other. No attack this time then.
Yeah, so I'll stay where I am.
So that's... Oh, fucking down.
So bad. So interesting situation there, but as I say, this is going to be now. Lothal Fen is going to free bank over the Asajj. Asajj is going to try and free hard turn again, but she's going to be out of range 1. So even with her mobile firing arc in the correct position, she's only going to be able to throw 3 dice on Fen Rao. doing a maximum of 3 damage, and Fenrir's going to have a focus token, an evade token, so maximum of 2 damage per turn, and then you might even get to roll a dice if it's at range 3. So Asajj isn't going to be able to stick enough damage on the Lawful Rebel to get rid of him in the next 3 turns. While the whole time he's going to be firing for how this thing works.
So beginning of the thingy, I'll stress you. And I'll shoot you at range 2, I think.
I think it's 2. Yeah.
Yep.
Time to take 2 damage.
1 hit.
Yeah, sensor jam with that, yeah.
Sensor jammer.
Focus for 2.
So evade, take 1.
That only takes 1 damage.
TLT back.
Yeah. It's a sub-optimal turn for Mishary. Meanwhile, here comes.
Take 1. Remove stress at the end. Shield it. Second shot. Can't do anything like that, so 1.
Just 1 this time, so maybe Mishary can get a break. Yep.
So remove stress.
That's 1 damage. That's not important. Now here comes. 2 blanks, 1 hit.
Take 2 stress for you. And then use that Ezra. Yep.
1 of each, yep.
And then last TLT.
Last volley of the TLT of the turn. Gets pretty much 3 hits. 2 and a focus off the bat. Takes another damage, gets down to half points on Asajj. This is seriously stacking in Jack's favour. Like I say, between Sensor Jammer and the focus and the evade result, the evade action, it's going to be very, very, very difficult for Asajj to stick damage on Lawful, while the Lawful Rebel just keeps churning out damage.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
you need to kill me.
16 minutes left in the round.
Thanks, man.
Wow, my clock's pretty accurate with the match clock as well. It's 16 now. I'm like 1 second behind. That's not bad.
You good?
Good.
Action boost.
Okay. Doing the 3 bank. Focus doesn't matter, dials.
Well, I think you know what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah. Go ahead. Your turn. I'll move my thingy over there. And that's.
Simon, how is going?
Oh God, Carlo, sit down, Carlo. We have a good game here. You just scared the balls off me. We've got 2 top 8 World Championship players facing off.
Nice.
One of them playing a local Fen Rebel. You'll know all about that, huh? Yeah. I'm joined by Carlo Tozzi from the Italian X-Wing scene. You're in the ETC X-Wing team last year from Italy. Will you be going this year, do you think?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Also because the 7-0 of the last year, it's a guarantee for this year convocation.
You were the only player to go 7-0 that won every single game. There was a Juan del Rio from Spain. Yeah. Technically, he went 7-0, but there was like he had to go to a final salvo for some silly action.
We had the same delta. We had the same delta, but he had this final salvo, and it was different.
Yeah.
How is going?
It's going really well. Like I say, it's looking right now like it's 100% in Jack's favour, because the Asajj just can't put out the damage between sensor jammer and evade tokens. At most, she can do 2 damage a turn, unless she's at range 1 like she is now. She might be able to get 3 on. Whereas Jack's just using TLT, 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 and getting 4 damage every single turn. The Mishary has to evade, and with 3 hits, sensor jammer's 1 and takes 2 damage on the lawful rebel. Like I say, but now here comes the lawful rebel with 4 damage on an Asajj that's only got 5 hull left. And we can't see those results, Jack, but anyway.
I think it's 3.
Yeah.
we don't know how.
So 1 on the blank, so I'm guessing.
And take out distress.
So it was 2? Oh no, it still takes damage.
Damage sensor.
Oh, of course we went with this was the primary weapon. So damage sensor away is the crit.
Can't take action.
So that was really lucky. That worked out really in Asajj's favour to not take so much damage. A damage sensor away means she's losing her action next turn, but it could have been a lot worse if she'd have taken 2 damage from a TLT, for example. And
but it was range 1, I think. No?
Yeah, of course. So he fired with the primary weapon.
So,
but he looks like he only got 3 damage.
Will be important. I had a very great first game against Nim Miranda, and I won. So that's important because Nim Miranda.
Against Nim Miranda, yeah. There's no surprise there.
Yeah, but Nim Miranda, it's one of my nemesis.
Okay.
Because I have Palpa Ace, and so.
There's Carlo Tozzi.
Hello, guys.
Ciao, bello. Okay.
So I'm happy about that.
Okay, cool.
Well, see you later.
Okay.
And
good luck.
I hope to stay in one of your table one day. Also at the top.
Have I not had you before? Did I not get you a Tatooine?
No, never been on your videos.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. If you're playing low 4 Fen, you'd have to get to the final, so that I can't avoid you.
No, I have Palpa Ace, but
it's true.
Still.
Okay.
But I have a very beautiful Palpatine Lego.
You've got Sabak?
No.
Okay. No.
Inquisitor.
Who is it that's playing Sabak?
There is a guy that is playing Sabak. Right?
Yeah, he's playing Sabak with 2 defenders. Okay.
See you later.
Luck, man.
Bye, guys.
Good? Go for it.
Now.
Action? I think you can boost. Sure, but,
No, I don't want to boost. See, I think you're either going to go here, and you're going to hard 3, but I think I've lost the hard 3. And if you go over here, you can't shoot me anyway, so soft 3 fits in and would range 1 me. You'd have to roll all natural hits to kill me, so I want to target the receipt back then, right?
Okay.
Fuck it, you know what?
Target locks.
Go on,
I do a 3 hard.
yeah, I thought you were. Come on, block.
And a bump turn. So no attacks this round.
Do you want to try? I think yeah.
But Jack comes out of this turn with the advantage of banking a target lock for his next engagement. That's not going to fit. Man, I don't know.
Do you pull it out?
So yeah, like I say, this game is going entirely in Jack's favour. It's Jack's game to lose, basically. He's now got a target lock. Takes a two-turn manoeuvre. He gets behind Asajj. Asajj will also take a two-turn manoeuvre to the left. They'll be out of range 1. Lawful Rebel may even have rear arc on Asajj, so we'll try, assuming with the target lock, we'll take a primary weapon attack. No, he can't. Yeah, he's got a primary weapon. He can shoot out the back. Yeah, there's that two-turn. So let's see if Asajj does the same and gets into that rear arc to avoid that rock. So you've got... Holy gosh.
And I have to fix my thingy. And it's not fixed. Yay!
So you got rid of the damage sensor array.
Do you want to give me stress? Probably not.
No, he's not. He's not got rid of it. You rolled a blank.
You have a target lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, you probably do want to give me stress because you use it as a base. Okay. Your shot?
So that's range 2?
Yep.
Range 2. Gets a hit and a focus. Sensor jammers the hit away. Evade. No, nothing going on there for the Lawful Rebel. So now, as Lawful Rebel's going to try and fire out the rear arc on Asajj.